Kings have gone from heroic saviors like Arthur and David to villains like Game of Thrones' Joffrey, and that shift tells us more about audiences than it does about actual history. King Arthur first shows up in writing around 830 AD, about 300 years after he supposedly lived, and most historians think he's either made up completely or he's an amalgamation of several different Welsh and British warriors. But Geoffrey of Monmouth changed everything in 1136 when he wrote History Regum Britanniae. The book became the second highest selling book that year after the Bible, and people believed every word. Geoffrey claimed Arthur killed 1,200 Saxons in one day and carried an image of the Virgin Mary on his shield for divine strength. Songs were written about Arthur, and we're still talking about him 1,700 years later. But if you're a king and you pay someone to write songs about you, if you're paying someone to write songs about you, they better make you sound pretty good, you know? All we know is that they were paid to write. Kings of the time would hire someone to write these epics about them, and that's what would survive. Then you get cautionary tales like King Midas. He asked the god Dionysus for everything he touched to turn to gold, and it nearly starved him to death because his food became inedible metal, and he turned his daughter into a statue. But there's a possibility that story was actually about the wealth of Phrygia, where King Meta ruled 738 to 696 BC. His wife was a Greek princess credited with inventing coinage in Greece, and the river Pactolus, where he washed off the Golden Touch, was famous for gold deposits. The myth might have been an oral record of Phrygia's actual gold wealth told in a poem we could remember and repeat. Disney kings used to be loving fathers, even if maybe a little goofy. King Stephen in Sleeping Beauty was a wise and caring king who failed to invite Maleficent to the christening and therefore incurred her wrath. Then Disney made the movie Maleficent and rewrote Stephen as a villain guilty of clipping Maleficent's wings, and that's how he actually incurred her wrath and made her an enemy of the state. Modern portrayals focus on corruption and cruelty. King Joffrey from Game of Thrones tortured people with crossbows and had them beaten for entertainment, and everybody hated him for his torturous boy king nature. Odin being presented as wise and strong and powerful and caring for his people is unusual in the way we represent kings these days.